Hey there, my name's Lynn, Lynn MacFarlane, and I'm with Intera Real Estate Services. I cover the Silicon Valley as well as the Monterey Bay, Santa Cruz County. But I want to draw your attention on January 2023. This is a new year, but this is a little wonky. This is like a very wonky real estate market, and I wanted to cover this with you because we are very different real estate versus what's going on in the market for the rest of the country. So this guy here, he is Dr. Elliot Eisenberg, who is the our chief economist for MLS listings. And I want to read a little bit to you. And it says the MLS listing or the Bay Area is disproportionately tied to the tech sector. And after booming for several years in tandem with the stock market, is returning to a more stable level. I do not foresee any prolonged decline in MLS listings home areas in the horizon. Furthermore, I anticipate that the market will pick up again in the late 2023 as the Fed prepares to lower interest rates. And I want to share with you, keep that in mind, because I think that is a really interesting thing, because I think things are shifting right now. They're going really fast. So I thought that this presentation would be aimed towards buyer perspectives, because I have a lot of buyers as well as sellers, but the buyers really need to understand that this market, it has been a super strong seller's market, and now it's kind of softening depending on what your budget is and in the area and the location that you're looking for in Silicon Valley. So there's 3 points that I want to cover with you in the Santa Clara County. One is the median price of the county increased, but the data is mixed. We're sort of reaching an equilibrium. The buyers have more time but fewer options. And number 3, the sellers and buyers seem to have come together on these market conditions. And so we're seeing more concessions at the negotiation table for both ends. And, nobody's happy, but I just want to share with you the data. And if you are a buyer, I would love to help you. Please check out my YouTube site over here at Lynne MacFarlane Homes. I have this URL over here will take you to tips to help you and guide you so that you understand when it's time for you to make an offer, you can jump. So anyway, this here over here is the median sales price for Santa Clara County for single family residences. And you could see that it really peaked back in April, and the median sales price was 1.95, and then you could see it dropping until January. You see this little uptick. So maybe this is what Dr. Eisenberg is talking about, but a little bit early, but we will see. Let me share with you this is the median sales price since 2019, and this green line here was back in 2019. Blue line here is 2020. This beige one is 2021, and this orange one is 2022. So wow, it's really hard to predict. You can't guess what is the peak. When is it the peak to list a home and or to buy a home? But usually during the holidays in December, that's the lull. And I've told many of you folks, let's make an offer, let's go for it. And many of you are just been sitting on the sidelines. And I really want to urge you and educate you on getting on board, being a homeowner. So here we are right here in 2023 in January, and look how much appreciation we've already seen. If you bought a home back in 2019, you're already seeing some growth there. The median sales price has increased only in a few cities in the Silicon Valley area, and that would be Los Gatos, Sunnyvale, and Los Altos Hills. But we're seeing most of the decline here And all of these properties, so Mountain View, Santa Clara, Monte Sereno, Campbell, Palo Alto, all of these properties have declined, but take a look at that. So Mountain View, which is my favorite, decreased, the median sales price decreased from last year, 39%. And I pulled this record over here, and this was from December. So this is using November's data. And back in December, the median sales price for a single family home was 2.72. Okay. And that's already decreased to the sales price right now. So, good for those people who listed their homes, just a few months ago. Things are really shifting and changing. And let me share with you over here, this is the median price days on market. And this is one of the pluses for you buyers out there, that there's longer time to preview the properties on the market right now with longer days on market. So you can see over here with this little purple line here that at the peak, days on market, back in May, it was more than 20 days on market, which is, my gosh, that's amazing. Because I sold 2 homes in Mountain View, and back to back, and boy, it was just like there's no way, like maybe 2 days, maybe 2 days, 3 days on the market. It went crazy fast. So 21 days or 22 days, it's really long, but so we're seeing more of an increase of days on market, which is great for you as a buyer. And we're seeing the median sales price of the single family residences decrease here in Santa Clara County. And over here, this is the trend. Days on market, a little bit longer. And the same thing for common interest. Common interest is condos and townhouses. They're longer on the days on market, you could see, but there's a downward trend also on the median sales price. So that might be good for you buyers out there. But there's like a weird downward pressure because there's not a lot of listings for you folks who are buyers. To see this all the way, there's like a slight uptick in January. Yay! So that's exciting. And the increase in new listings, well, they're Los Altos Hills, Palo Alto, and Los Altos, very high-end properties. Not a lot of affordability for folks who can afford these multi-million-dollar properties, but there's more listings there. There are fewer listings here in Cupertino, Campbell, Saratoga, Monte Sereno, Santa Clara, Mountain View, all of these folks, majority of Santa Clara County homes, single-family homes, there are fewer listings. And the same thing for common interest, the condos and townhouses. There's like a slight uptick of new listings, but we're not seeing a lot of listings. And so that's what's keeping the price point up. Even though there's fewer homes, people are not listing unless they absolutely have to. There's a lot of equity in their homes. If people own their homes for many years, they don't feel like selling, and they don't need to. So just this chart just shows you that here we are in this blue line, 2023. We're just creeping along at the bottom of these are new listings. And okay, so this is kind of interesting. This is the sales to list price, and here Silicon Valley is super competitive, as you know. The only recently touching the 99% sales to list price ratio for single family homes. And so that's kind of I guess that's a good point. Look at this. I mean, there's some people like the average, the median sales price to list, the list to sales to list price was 118% back in, what is that, March? Wow, that's it's very strong market. So there is a and 99% of the sales to list price, that's, you know, better than better than 118%. So anyway, we'll see a big decrease in the sales to list price in the higher end properties like Los Altos Hills. Same thing for condos and townhouses. The sales to list price did not reach 100% recently, so 99%. So that's kind of good. And high-end area, Los Gatos, came in at 15% sales to list price. So my advice to you folks who are new home buyers and want to be a new home buyer, I really do implore with you to search, be serious about it, talk to your lender and stick within your budget, but don't wait to buy real estate. Buy and then wait. And because real estate here in Silicon Valley is not like anywhere else in the country. And I mean, think about the bank rates and what's going on with that. If you plan to stay here for a good 5 years at least, you know, it's pretty sure that it's a good investment. And so when you're thinking, now checking out these points, when you're thinking about buying, just remember that if you're a new homeowner, this is not your forever keeper home. It probably isn't. But this is a step to building your own wealth and building your own equity in the property, so you're not paying rent and paying somebody else's mortgage down, right? And so, you know, think about the resale value of the property and the things that are must-haves. You're going to have to sacrifice some things, okay? To get this kind of earnings, you're going to have to sacrifice, and nobody wants to hear that. You want everything, but this is probably not your forever keeper home. And so think about the resale value. Try to find the best schools and the best area where you feel safe and it's nice. And the other neighbors are keeping up their property values. And then when it's time for you to sell, you could sell and move up, you know, and or you don't have to sell that property. You might even think about using that as an investment property, an investment vehicle for passive income. So you have that choice, but it's, you know, home is it's an asset, and that will really help you grow your wealth. And so if you have any questions, I would love to spend time with you and figure out what your needs are. I'm low pressure. And if you're interested in a newsletter, please feel free to, you know, text me, and I am here and available for you with for any advice. All right, take care. Hope you're having a good day. Bye-bye.